Everyone, I wanted to leave just a review for the GIK or GIK Acoustics 244 panels. I have 5 of them set up in the front of my home theater on the reflection points for the left, center, right speakers. And I'll show at the end of this video, I'll show like a quick video in terms of what it actually looks like in the room. But I wanted to show from a performance standpoint what I'm seeing in terms of being able to keep the sound controlled. And for context, like I'm in a basement environment. It's not a dedicated home theater space. It's an open room. It's kind of this weird like L shape, but also like a T shape in a way. And so like it's definitely not like a perfect environment for home theater, but I'm quite happy with the results I'm getting. So what the RT-60 Decay is showing here is that, and I'll kind of scroll past, but for a lot of these frequencies, I'm bottoming out, which is, around 40, minus 42 decibels is where the noise floor is in the room. The sound, and this is specific to my center channel, but the sound is pretty much reaching the noise floor within 200 milliseconds here, which is perfect. That's exactly where I want it to be. It's not overly it's not dead, but it's also not an echo chamber where things are just all over the place. And so I'll just kind of swipe through here. I did record a separate video on the subwoofers and the tri-trap bass traps that I have from GIK. That's in a separate video, so I won't go into the lower frequencies, but starting with where we would expect to see center channel dialogue and things like that, pretty consistent here in terms of reaching about 200, 150 sometimes milliseconds, sometimes reaching up into the 300 millisecond range. But overall very nice curves here, and the decay time is great. This is exactly what I would hope for, and especially given my home theater setup, and it's not ideal conditions in a lot of ways. This is great. So I'll pause here just to switch over and show you guys what the home theater looks like, so you get a sense of the room. But from a performance standpoint, do the 244 panels work? Yes. One other thing I forgot to mention is that 2 of them, of the 244 panels, also have the scatter plates in them. So could I have reduced the decay even further? The answer is yes, but I didn't want to, because otherwise I was worried that it would be, just killing the room. Whereas it seems like this, with combination of both the absorption as well as the scatter plates for 2 of them, I'm getting a very nice, good decay time and consistent across the board. So pause here. Okay, so in terms of the setup here, so you can see the tri-trap bass traps in the corners there, but then I have 2 244 panels here, and then 2 more right over here. And so you I'll show over here just so you can get a gauge of the thickness. These are pretty thick panels. They do stick out from the wall a fair amount. But here for this side, I have the scatter plate installed on this one and not on this one. And then it's the opposite here on the left side. The one closest to the wall over here, that has the scatter plate, and this one just has the absorption, and that's it. And then in addition, I just have one that I mounted onto the ceiling, interestingly through magnets, very strong magnets, but it's worked, and I've had it up for over a year, no problems. But that 244 panel is specifically for the center channel that's behind the screen, and so it's hitting that reflection point there. So hopefully this was helpful to you guys. Anyone who's wondering about the GIK products, they work as advertised and described. And hopefully this is helpful just to see from like a actual home theater standpoint how the performance is.